Hi, my name is Ayden Carpenter, and I'm an intern here at the Center for Research on Vermont. Today, I'll be sitting and interviewing Sarah Blow as part of our ongoing interview series. Right now, right now, this series is kind of shifting more towards sustainability and diversity in Vermont, trying to find a better future for Vermont, a more sustainable, more diverse future, because that's important. Going to talk with Sarah a lot about her work in like the Winooski School District, as well as like her other journalism work, because I think it's really interesting and highlighting that unique perspective she has. Do you have anything you want to say about yourself? Introduce yourself.
Hi everyone. I might be a familiar face. I actually used to do the Center for Research on Vermont live interviews on Facebook. Ayden has been a wonderful fill in for me. I'm doing two different internships currently, so I was unable to continue my work with CRVT, but he's been amazing and I'm so excited to be here.
Thank you. Well, I guess let's dig a little bit more into you. Who are you? How did you end up in Vermont? Where are you from? Yeah.
So I'm from upstate New York by the Lake George area. I ended up in Vermont. Actually, my dad is a professor at Castleton University. So I'm very, very lucky to have had tuition remission to the University of Vermont. So that's what brought me here. I've loved my time here. Yeah, and like I said, I did an internship with Center for Research on Vermont. So I used to be doing these. And now I've kind of expanded my work to be kind of more in the community. I now do work, as you said, at the Winooski High School with two high school students who are interested in journalism. So I've been kind of mentoring them there. I also do writing for the Valley Reporter in Waitsfield, and I'm currently at WCAX for my other internship. So yeah, kind of busy this semester.
It's fun. I mean, it's the last semester. Gotta go out with
Yeah.
a bang.
Oh yeah, I don't know if I mentioned I'm a senior, so I'll be graduating in May.
Yeah. I don't know. Then what do I want to dig into? I think first we can talk about like mentoring like up and coming journalists. I think that's really cool. So what exactly does that look like?
Yeah, so at the beginning of the semester, I was approached by one of our mentors, Richard Watts, and he asked if I would be interested in doing this after school program at the Winooski High School with a couple students who had an interest in journalism and wanted to get started early. And I thought that was amazing because when I was a freshman, they're both freshmen in high school. And when I was a freshman in high school, I definitely was not looking for more work after school on Mondays. They stay with me for an hour from 3 to 4 on Mondays. So I was already like really amazed that they were just that interested that they wanted to take the extra time to do it. So I go there every Monday and we sit and we chat about journalism. I tell them the things that I've learned from my time at the University of Vermont, and then they're currently working on a profile piece of one of their favorite teachers. Um, so yeah, I'm really excited to see their work on that, and it's been a really fun experience, and I love just being able to like go back into the high school. It kind of brings me back to, I don't know, when I was their age, and it's just really inspiring that they want to put in the time to learn about this. Very, very ahead of the game. So it's been a really nice time.
Okay. How does their work really get publicized in terms of, is it like a school paper? Is this shared through like some of your connections?
We are currently working on that. We're hoping to actually have them partner with the community news service, and some of their work could be featured on that. My work with the Valley Reporter is done through the community news service, which is for those who don't know, it's like a group through UVM. It's like an internship, and where they pair us student journalists to small local newspapers who are kind of struggling to create content. They don't have enough people. Sometimes they don't have the funds to add extra staff. So we get credits through this internship and we get to write with these local newspapers. So they're hoping to be published on that platform as well, because they're through Winooski and that is relevant. So that would be amazing. They haven't produced anything physical yet. They're in the process. So we'll have to see where that goes.
Okay, definitely. That's exciting. Definitely like share that when it comes out. I would like to see that. So you said right now they're focusing on like a profile of one of their teachers. Do you see them where do you see like that going after that?
I think they've done the interview. I know that they've written it. We're gonna work on editing this upcoming week. And then after that, I'm hoping I'll be able to send it to Corey Dawson. He's the head of Community News Service, and then we'll get that published and move on to the next thing.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful, beautiful. And I guess speaking more about like why you're doing it and why you're willing to do it, that's kind of why I'm interested. Because to dedicate like an hour every week on a Monday and be like, oh, I'm gonna sit with you, like what makes you do it?
Well, my original inspiration for doing it was absolutely Richard. He's opened, I was saying this to you before our interview even started, he's opened up pretty every single door I've walked through in regards to my professional career. So when Richard asks me to do something, I just do it. But then after I started, I mean, I love like people. I love kids. I mean, they're not kids, they're freshmen in high school, but I feel like it's a really unique experience to be able to kind of like foster that interest at a younger age. Um, so that's why I do it and why I really enjoy it. It also kind of got me into like a little side hustle. I'm gonna be substitute teaching in Winooski, so I'll be around the kids more. Yeah, no, I've really enjoyed it. I've had a great time.
That's good. That's so good. Wait, that's actually really cool. You're gonna be a substitute teacher?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it seems a little. I don't know. It's funny that I'm 21 and that I'm allowed to have this responsibility because I look at them and I'm like, you guys aren't that much older than me, but I'm really excited. So yeah, maybe we'll have to have another interview to see how that goes.
Maybe. That's fine. I guess speaking, so all these opportunities provided to you, like, do you see yourself staying up here? Do you see yourself like taking it as like oh, these are a really fun part of Vermont and going and sharing Vermont with other parts of the US? Where does your time here really mean for you?
I don't know. I think that's like the dilemma of every like graduating senior is like, where do you go? What do you do? I've definitely been having those like conversations with myself. I do think I plan to stay in Burlington um, for at least the next year. Yeah, looking to sign a lease with my roommates actually this morning. Um, so I think that's definitely in my immediate future. I'm not really sure what else I have coming up. I definitely want to pursue a career in journalism. I feel like I've had a lot of like varied experience in journalism, both in broadcast and print.
Mm,
Um, so I'm just excited to explore those opportunities further.
okay. I guess focusing on journalism, let's talk about your journalism in film and in print. Obviously, we have the nice WCAX3 right behind you. Let's talk about them. All the fun
Yeah,
things you do.
this has been a long time coming for me. Since I started doing the Facebook Live interviews, I kind of was thinking like, how do I get to do this on a larger platform?
Mm,
Like I felt like I had gained the experience that I needed, and I wanted to kind of take it elsewhere to broaden it. So I applied to WCAX, and I actually was late with the application. I think like a little bit late. Like I had everything in, but the letters of recommendation were like lagging a smidge. So Darren Parent actually reached out to me and was like, "Hey, we know you are applying. Like, just send us what you have, and like we'll get back to you." And yeah, so I sent them what I had. They got back to me. I got it. I've been here. It's been amazing just to be able to shadow people who are actually like working in the field.
mm.
I've gotten to do really cool things already. I went to the Burlington airport to greet Ryan Cochran Siegel when he came back with the silver medal. That was super cool. I had never seen an Olympic medal like in the flesh. And that was just like a really cool experience. Like there were so many news stations there. Like it was just like so high energy, and it just made me realize this is the field that I want to be in. I want to, if be it broadcast or print, like it's just so exciting to be able to like meet so many new people and see like all of these like really incredible experiences.
That's so cool. I guess so what does your actual day-to-day work look like for them?
I think I might be paused.
Are you? No, I can see you.
Am I not? Okay, just
Yeah.
paused on my side, which is totally fine. My day-to-day life, I only come in here on Wednesdays because I do have other classes. So I'm here Wednesdays all day. I get to pretend to be an adult and like have my little mug of coffee. But I basically just I kind of like I was just talking to one of like my mentors here earlier, and I really feel like I just kind of like soak everything in. Like I see
Mhm.
how the station is run. Like I get to see everything from like the production side to like the multimedia journalists like actually going out in the field and gathering news and getting stories and doing interviews. Um, some of my tasks that I do, I help people just like log their interviews. Just some of like the grunt work that they don't have time to do. I've also realized that it's just an incredibly hectic and busy job, which I think is a blessing and a curse because it makes the day go by faster. It's fun. You're always doing something different, but it's also stressful. So I've definitely gotten to see that side of it as well. Um, yeah, every time I come in, it's different, which I love.
Good. You seem excited about it. I'm
Yeah.
excited for you. All that matters. And then moving on to print, I remember, I can't remember where, but you're writing for somebody, right?
I'm writing for the Valley Reporter in Waitsfield.
Yes.
Um, yeah, small town in Vermont. I've loved that. I actually, a lot of my inspiration, just like in my career and in my life, has been from my dad. He is like when I was growing up, he's always been a reporter. That's what he studied in school. And then when I was about 2, he got his master's and then became a professor at Castleton University, the school that he graduated from. So that was cool. But yeah, I grew up reading all of his stories in our local newspaper. Um, just hearing him do interviews, being skiing with him and having him take his notepad out and like interview people on the slopes, which I actually got to do for the Valley Reporter. Um, it's so cool to me that like this was something I was around my whole life and I never really thought that I would be into it, and now it is like my passion as well. It's something that we get to share together. Um, and that's something that's really special to me.
That's beautiful. So, would you feel comfortable saying like he was the biggest impact in terms of why you do what you do now?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, and he is him and Richard Watts, honestly, they are both like my dad obviously is like my father and like love him so much, but they both have been great impacts and like have really inspired me to do the work that I'm doing now. Yeah. It's been great.
I I appreciate that. I guess looking back and hearing you talk, it's so interesting because I feel like a lot of what you're saying, it's just like the excitement about like just being able to chase these opportunities and have them there and be able to just do cool stuff. And I think it just highlights the importance of being able to just have these things available to people.
Absolutely.
Like you're
Yeah.
not from, oh no, you go, you go.
Um, what I was gonna say is that I feel like I'm a very like hands-on learner. Like I mean I was always fine in school, but it wasn't really like I wasn't super interested to like go into a class and take notes, and like I've never been as effective as learning when I'm just kind of being talked at. I love to like do hands-on things, and that's why I think internships have just like been such an integral part in like where I am now professionally because one, it's more fun. It's completely more fun. Like I've loved pretty much every internship experience I've had except for one that I had when I was just starting out. Um, but yeah, I love being able to just like do real world things and like things that I will probably encounter like as I grow and in my professional career. That's like my biggest advice to anyone, and even the kids that I work with in Winooski is just kind of take every opportunity that you have and like talk to as many people as you can. That's another huge thing is just like connections are everything, and you can make them like as easily as just like texting someone or messaging them on LinkedIn or anything. Um, there are a lot of opportunities out there, I feel like, and it's just a matter of finding them.
No, I agree. I agree. I mean, but once again, I think that places a lot of the work on like you as the person trying to find. I think there's an interesting aspect where you being like the fresh young face, but then also having like a different perspective, like not being from Vermont, not being like from whatever different community, and being able to come in and involve yourself with that community, but share your perspective is so impactful.
Hmm.
I think, and I think not only impactful, it's just important. Like if you are in this bubble and you're trying to grow, you just can't grow without letting other people in. And I think providing those type of opportunities, like the ones you've had to like have different people come in and share their perspective while they learn, and it's a mutually beneficial. God, what's the scientific term for those? The symbiotic relationships, I think.
Oh yeah, I think
Yeah,
you're right.
they're important. They're important.
Mhm.
No. I guess you are staying here for at least a year, at
At
least.
least.
She might be more. We know how
Could be
Vermont traps people.
more.
But do you see yourself trying to push these like opportunities towards other people? And like how do you see yourself doing that?
Pushing these opportunities towards other people. I think just I don't what opportunities do you mean?
Well, I mean, in everything, just being able to share everything you've been able to do, whether that's just at base your perspective and your understanding of like what it means to be successful, but then also just what's made you successful from being able to do like X, Y, and Z opportunity, from being able to pursue something. Like,
Hmm.
do you see yourself in any way being able to share that for a little bit while you're still here?
Oh yeah, totally. But I mean, I am in no way like the person to go to. I still have many, many goals for my career that are years in the making. And I think more so than me trying to like give advice to other people, I want to, seek out more people to chat with. And that's what I would encourage anyone else to do who's just looking to anyone who has goals, anyone who wants to do anything. It's like you have to work towards something. You have to seek out those people who are going to help you. And yeah, like you said, the symbiotic relationship, it's like it's a give and take. Um, it just all goes back to, I think, just talking with people. Like I love talking with people. I talk a lot. I think anyone can see that. Um, so yeah, I definitely will continue that for as long as I live, basically.
That's nice. That's nice. Hmm. Well, then I just want to say thank you. Thank you for joining me. It was really fun talking. I think being able to talk about just the importance of having opportunities and sharing opportunities with other people is really, really cool. I'm really excited to hear all the big moves in journalism you're making, and really excited to hear my dear Sarah Blow is staying another year. um,
Yes, I'll be here.
is there anything else you want to share? Anything else you want to highlight before we go?
No, I think you covered it all. Aiden, you're doing a great job with these. Thank you so much. It's great to be on the other side of an interview for once. I feel very important today. So thank you for having me on.
Oh, of course. Have a wonderful afternoon.
You too. Take care, Aiden.